Hello, I'm Christopher from Learnry, and in this video, we will take a look at logical operators in the Python programming language. So by the end of this video, you will know everything that has to do with Python logical operators. Now let's start off by taking a look at what logical operators are. So logical operators are used to combine two or more conditional statements, and they are typically used with Boolean values. So for example, let's say you wanted to implement a web applications login system. That would be when the AND and also the OR logical operators would come in handy, because you might want to check if the user names and or passwords are correct before they are allowed to log into the application. So let's take a look at the two most common logical operators we have in Python. And we are going to start off with the AND logical operator. So the AND logical operator returns a true if both the right side and the left side operands are true. The AND logical operator is also represented by the AND keyword typed in lowercase. Now let's take a look at the OR logical operator. The OR logical operator returns a true if either the right side or the left side operand is true. Again, the OR logical operator is represented by the OR keyword typed in lowercase. Okay guys, so as always, I have my command prompt interface opened on the left hand side of my screen, and on the right hand side I have my Visual Studio Code editor. I have also gone ahead and created a Python file ahead of time with the name of logical, and in the file I have gone ahead and typed a few examples on Python logical operators so that you don't have to sit there and watch me type all of this. So what is happening in our Python file is that in lines 1 and 2, we have basically declared two variables. So in line 1, variable A has been declared and the value of 3 has been assigned to it. Then on line 2, variable B has been declared with the value of -2 assigned to it. So let's go ahead and we are going to uncomment lines 1 and 2. And so now the first logical operator we are going to take a look at is the AND logical operator. Now we said that for the AND logical operator, both the left side operand and also the right side operand have to be true before the AND logical operator will return a true value. So let's uncomment line 4 and we are going to save our Python file. So as you can see in line 4, we basically have this AND keyword here, and that is how we use the AND logical operator. So on the left hand side of the AND logical operator, we have A is greater than 0. And on the right hand side of the logical operator, we have B is greater than 0. So basically what is going to happen in line 4 is that we are simply going to pick the value stored inside variable A and we are going to check it against 0. So we are going to check if the value inside variable A is greater than 0 or not. Then when we go to the right hand side of the AND logical operator, we are also going to check the value of variable B against 0. So we are going to check if the value of variable B is greater than 0 or not. Now in variable A we have the value of 3 and variable B has a value of -2. So on the left hand side of the AND logical operator, we all know that the value of A is going to be greater than 0. So that is going to return a true value. But when we go to the right hand side of the AND logical operator, where the value of B is -2, that is going to return a false value because -2 is not greater than 0. So for this reason, the AND logical operator is going to return a false value, because the only time the AND logical operator will return a true value is if the left hand side condition and also the right hand side condition both return true values. So let's go ahead and we are going to run our Python file so we can see what the output of line 4 will be. So we are going to run it with the command as usual Python, and we are going to supply the file name, which is logical.py. We hit enter, and surely as we can see we got a false answer. So now if I were to change the value of B to a +2, save our Python file again and we run the file, we are going to get a true answer, because now the left hand side condition is going to return true and the right hand side condition is also going to return a true. So let's go and run our Python file and you can see we got a true value. Now I want us to change this back to a -2 and save our Python file. Then now let's also comment out line 4 and then we are going to uncomment line 6, save our Python file. So in line 6 we have the OR logical operator, which basically is going to return a true value if at least one of the operands returns a true value. Now if we take a look at the left hand side of the OR logical operator, where we are testing to see if the value of variable A is greater than 0 or not, that particular condition is going to return a true value, because in variable A we have the value of 3 stored inside it, and we all know that 3 is greater than 0. So the left hand side condition is going to return a true value, but the right hand side condition is going to return a false value, because we all know know that -2 is not greater than 0. Because we are dealing with the OR logical operator, if at least one of the conditions is true, the OR logical operator is going to return a true value. So let's go ahead and we're going to run our Python file. And as you can see, we got a true value because the left-hand condition returned a true value and the right-hand condition returned a false value. Now, as far as the OR logical operator is concerned, at least if one of the conditions returns a true value, then the OR logical operator also return a true value. So now let's go ahead and we're going to change the value of a to -3. We're going to save our Python file. Now that we have changed the value of a to -3, both the left-hand side condition and the right-hand side condition are both going to return a false value. And so because of this situation, the OR logical operator is also going to return a false value because both conditions returned false values. So let's run our Python file. And as you can see, we got a false value because both the left-hand side condition and the right-hand side condition returned false values. So what I want you to take out from this lesson is that the AND logical operator will only return true if the left-hand side condition and also the right-hand side condition both return true values. But as far as the OR logical operator is concerned, that particular operator will only return true if at least one condition is true. So that is going to be it for the Python logical operators. So the question of the day is, what will be the expected output of the code below? You can leave your answer in the comment section below. Okay, so if you are new to this channel and found this video helpful, then click on the subscribe button and the bell notification icon below so that you'll be notified when new videos are uploaded. Bye for now and I'll see you in the next lesson.